Good morning students. Today I will discuss about the importance of financial planning. So financial planning is playing very important role in the life of a business or nation. So that is given here importance of financial planning. Financial planning. So as I have already said, financial planning is playing very important role in the life of a business. First importance there, that is when a financial plan is prepared, it helps the enterprise to avoid the problems of shortage or surplus of fund. So first you can say to avoid problems of shortage or surplus of fund. You are understanding here, if a business organization is not preparing a proper plan of financial requirements, then either it will face shortage of fund or it will have surplus of fund. If shortage of fund is there, then the work of the business organization will suffer, and if the surplus of fund is there, then the business organization will not be in position to reduce cost. Means you can say cost of fund will increase if surplus fund is lying in the business. So that's why it is said here that financial planning is important for business organization to avoid shortage or surplus of fund. So under financial planning, the intelligent estimation of current and the future capital requirements are made, and in absence of the accurate financial estimation or accurate financial plan, business may face shortage of fund and its growth might be restricted. As I have already said, both shortage and surplus, both the situations of capital in a business concern is creating problem for a business. So financial planning is, once again I am repeating, financial planning is important for a business organization to estimate accurate amount, or you can say the means near to the requirement amount of capital, and this way it avoids shortage or surplus of fund. Shortage is also harmful, because if the shortage of fund is there, then the business organization cannot be able to operate its activities smoothly, efficiently, and if there is surplus of fund, then the cost of capital will increase. Both the situations will create a problem for a business. That's why financial planning is required. Second importance of financial planning is that it guides to develop a sound capital structure. Guidance for developing a sound capital structure, and this way maximize return to the shareholders. Second, The financial planning is planning is important for guiding to develop a sound capital structure, important for developing sound capital structure. Sound capital structure. You are understanding here, when the proper financial plan is prepared in a business concern, then business is in position to develop the sound capital structure. Sound capital structure means according to the requirement of business. A capital structure means how much money is needed in form of equity and how much is needed in form of debt. How much fixed capital is required, how much working capital is required. So, this way this sound capital structure is developed, then the business organization is in position to operate efficiently, run efficiently, and if it runs efficiently, then it is in position to satisfy to its shareholders. Shareholders means return on shareholders investment increases, and if the returns on shareholders increases, then the shareholders will continue for long period of time with a business concern, and it is also possible to maintain balance between debt and equity capital. So, this is second importance of financial planning. What is that? Financial planning is important for developing a sound capital structure. Through sound capital structure, the efficiency of capital increases. In turn, if efficiency of capital increases, organizational earning also increases, and if it increases, then return to shareholders increases. So, this way, if the shareholders are satisfied, it brings stability in a business. Shareholders continue for long period of time, and it is also helpful in maintaining a debt equity balance, means maintaining the ratio of debt and equity in capital of the business organization. The third importance is there. The financial planning helps to effective utilization of funds, and the fund can be allocated for the various projects in accordance to the relative importance, relative significance, and this way the wastage of capital is eliminated. So, for sound financial planning helps in effective utilization of fund. Third, utilization of fund. Effective utilization of fund, you are understanding financial planning is playing very important role in effective utilization of funds. When the effective utilization of fund is done, it means proper allocation of funds to various projects, and you can understand here effective utilization of fund means right amount of fund to the right task. Okay, so all the places, or you can say projects, which are operating, means all are given fund according to the requirement. Neither there is surplus of fund nor anywhere is shortage of fund. So this way, if the effective utilization of fund is done for each and every project, then it is assisting in reducing wastage of capital. Means, due to effective utilization of fund, right amount of fund is provided to each and every project, neither anywhere shortage of fund nor anywhere surplus of fund. So this way efficiency of fund increases and the wastage of capital utilization is eliminated. So this is third importance. Fourth importance of the financial planning is that the financial planning provides policies and procedures for coordinating different financial areas or development of the business. Means, financial planning assists in providing the policies and procedures for coordinating different financial areas. Provides it is provides policies and procedures. Provides policies and procedures for coordination for coordination in different financial area. Areas. Your understanding here, sound financial planning is providing the guidelines, means policies and procedures for effective utilization of fund in various areas. Means, it is said that when it provides policies and procedures for coordination in different financial areas, so this way if the various financial areas are coordinated, then the smooth and effective working of the different departments of business organization is possible. Once again I am repeating, financial planning provides the policies and the procedures for coordination related to the financial activities in the different areas or in different departments, and consequence to that the various departments of a business concerns are in position to operate efficiently with assistance of one another. The next point is the financial plan enables the management to exercise the effective control over the financial activities. Fifth one, effective control of management. Here, a sound financial plan enables the management to exercise effective control over the financial activities of the enterprise and the actual utilization of the funds can be kept in accordance with the planned utilization. Means, when sound financial planning has done, it is providing a guideline to the management for effective control, because when management have a control over the financial activities, it always keep in its mind that the clear cut planning is there. So, in accordance to that, the management controls the fund and utilize the fund in various areas, and this way, through the effective utilization of the fund, the planned and efficient results are obtained. The next one is, that is, the financial planning helps the companies to prepare for facing the business shocks. Helpful in facing the business shocks. You are understanding, when a proper financial plan is prepared for a business concern, so whenever the ups and downs are coming in the business, all of a sudden some problems are created in the business, then in that situation the business organization is developing capacity to face that problem. Means, you can understand, any business shocks or any surprise, all of sudden unfavorable situations are created in the business, then the business is in position to bear that shocks or is in position to face that shocks. So, these are the importance of financial planning. While formulating a financial plan in a enterprise, the certain points should be kept in mind. Means, these points should be viewed while preparing a financial plan for a business concern. Factors to be kept in mind while preparing financial plan. Factors to be kept in mind while preparing financial plan. So, when a plan is prepared for the business organization, these points should be kept in mind. First, objectives. First one is objectives. Objectives, when a financial plan is designed to achieve the financial objectives of the enterprise, the basic financial objective is what? That is procurement of fund at the lowest cost and best possible utilization of fund. So, objectives you are understanding. Any business concern, if it is going to prepare a financial plan, first of all it has to keep in mind objective, means for what purpose the fund is required. So, it is clearly decided that any business organization, when it prepares its financial plan, always it prepares to achieve some financial objective. Financial objectives you are understanding means economic utilization of fund and for generation of profit. Especially the business concerns are preparing its financial plan for that purpose. So, objective of what should be the objective of financial plan? Means from what sources the fund is available, those sources are reliable, and the fund which is going to be raised, that fund is available at cheaper and you can say very favorable terms and conditions. So, that is kept in mind, and this way means this shows that the lower cost of financing and the best possible use of the fund. That should be the first objective of the financial planning. Once again I am repeating, किसी भी बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के द्वारा जब फाइनेंशियल प्लान बनाया जाता है तो उसका कुछ न कुछ उद्देश्य होता है। तो इसी तरह से ये उद्देश्य क्या होते हैं? फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग के समय जो उद्देश्य होते हैं, ये उद्देश्य होता है कि हम जब फंड ले रहे हैं किसी से, तो उस फंड का कास्ट कैसा है। अगर फंड आपको लोअर कास्ट पे मिल रहा है, मतलब कम लागत पे कम खर्चे वाला फंड मिल रहा है, जिस पे कि बारोइंग के कास्ट कम है, इंटरेस्ट उस पर जो देना है वो कम है, ठीक है ना, और इस तरह से जब आपको फंड अवेलेबल होगा तो आपकी पहली लाभ हो जाती है। किसी बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का पहला लाभ वही होता है कि उसको फंड जो है आसानी से और बहुत फेवरेबल टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस मिल गया। दूसरा चीज़ कि जब फंड को यूटिलाइज करना है तो ये देखना है कि उस फंड को कितना एफिशिएंटली और इफेक्टिवली जो है यूटिलाइज किया जा सकता है। तो जब इस तरह से यूटिलाइजेशन होगा तो फंड का आउटपुट अच्छा निकलता है। तो ये पहला पॉइंट है जो कि हमेशा दिमाग में रखा जाता है। फर्स्ट वन, दैट इज ऑब्जेक्टिव। वंस अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, इफेक्टिव यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ फंड should be done and the cost of the fund should be lower. Second one, nature of industry. Second one is, that is nature of industry. नेचर ऑफ इंडस्ट्री बताया गया है कि इसमें कि कोई भी इंडस्ट्री जिसकी जो है ऑपरेटिंग डिसाइड किया जाता है वो फाइनेंशियल नीड्स ऑफ द बिजनेस एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ फंड्स। एनी इंडस्ट्री विच इज to be established and for which the financial plan is required to be made, then the nature of industry that decides, means when any industry which is going to be established and its operational scale is there, scale of operation, whether it has to operate at large scale or it has to operate at small scale. In that way, the investment of fund is made in the industry. Here, in case the industry is a capital intensive industry, you are understanding where the modern and sophisticated technologies are used, innovative methods of production are utilized, maximum use of machines are done, that is called here capital intensive. So, naturally where the nature of industry is a capital intensive, or industry is a capital intensive industry, then here the requirement of capital will be high, and opposite to that, if the industry is a labor intensive industry, then the investment will be lower as compared to the capital intensive industry. So, this way like petrochemicals, iron and steels, all these are capital intensive industries, and the more funds to be built and maintained to maintain manufacturing capacities. So, second, nature of industry, I think you are understanding what type of industry is that, whether its operation cycle is longer, the investment of capital is high, the more tools and equipments are needed, there the investment will be high. So, requirement of capital will increase there, and those industries which are labor intensive, there the old technologies or manual methods are utilized, there the investment of capital will reduce. So, all big industries require huge amount of capital investment, while the others which are light and low operation scale requires less capital. So, that should be considered. Third one is size of firm. Size of firm. Size of firm, it tells that the large enterprise aiming of the speedy growth and will need more fund. Past records and the great standing of the firm's reputation and attitude of management and the degree of risk in the firm is willing to assume the financial requirements or financial planning. So, it is said here, when the size of the firm is large, okay, any business organization want to operate or start working at large scale, then the requirement of fund will be high. The credit standing of the business firm, the intention of management, if the management has intention just to purchase on cash basis, the requirement of fund will increase, and if the manufacturing capacity of a growing industry, if the manufacturing capacity of any industry is growing, then the requirement of fund will be high, and all these things are said, means these points should be considered while planning a financial plan for business concerns. Means if the small scale operations are there, then credit possibilities are there from the market, the hire purchase and installment payment systems are followed. So, all these are reducing the requirement of capital. Opposite to that, if the capital investment is high, scale of operation is high, lengthy operational cycles are there. So, all these will increase the requirement of fund in a firm. तो आप समझ सकते हैं इसको कि किसी भी बिजनेस फर्म का साइज अगर बड़ा होगा और उसकी पॉलिसीज और प्रोसीजर्स जो मैनेजमेंट की प्रोग्राम्स हैं, द इंटेंशन है मैनेजमेंट का, अगर वो बना लेते हैं कि हमको कैश बेसिस पे काम करना है तो रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ जाएगा। अगर वो डेवलप करते हैं कि चलो हम क्रेडिट बेसिस पे काम करेंगे, ठीक है, तो इस तरह से जो है ऑल पॉइंट्स जो हैं फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग को इफेक्ट करती हैं। नेक्स्ट वन इज कैपिटल मार्केट कंडीशंस। फोर्थ पॉइंट इज गिवन हियर, दैट इज कैपिटल मार्केट कंडीशंस। आप जानते हैं कैपिटल मार्केट कंडीशंस जैसे कि जो जहाँ से फंड अवेलेबल होता है उस जगह की कंडीशन क्या है, ये भी आपके फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग को इफेक्ट करता है। अगर अल्टरनेटिव सोर्सेज हैं फाइनेंस के और फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस और बैंक्स जो है अवेलेबल हैं, ठीक है, किसी बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए ये सब सुविधाएं अवेलेबल हैं, तो बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जहाँ जो कंडीशन फेवरेबल होगा तो वहाँ अधिक से अधिक फंड लेंगे और डेफिनेटली जो है फंड को के रिक्वायरमेंट को बढ़ा देंगे, उनका इन्वेस्टमेंट जो है बढ़ सकता है। तो उसके बेसिस पे फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग बनती है। अगर मार्केट कंडीशन फेवरेबल नहीं है, अच्छे नहीं हैं, तो फिर बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को सोचना पड़ता है कि हम कौन सी सिक्योरिटी इशू करें। जैसे मान लीजिए कि शेयर मार्केट जो वोलेटाइल है, बहुत ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टर्स ट्रांजैक्शन तेज़ी से चल रही हैं, तो इक्विटी शेयर्स का सेल ज़्यादा होगा। अगर मार्केट कंडीशन इस तरह से वोलेटाइल नहीं है, अलाउ नहीं करता है और अप्स एंड डाउन्स हैं, मार्केट में अनसर्टेनिटी है, तो इन्वेस्टर्स क्या हो जाएंगे, वो कॉशियस हो जाते हैं। और जब वो कॉशियस हो जाएंगे तो वो नहीं चाहेंगे कि वो रिस्क कैपिटल में इन्वेस्ट करें, तो वो बेटर प्रेफर करेंगे डिवेंचर्स और सिक्योर्ड जो इन्वेस्टमेंट स्कीम्स हैं उसमें पैसा लगाएंगे। तो इस तरह से ये डिसाइड करता है कि इक्विटी से फंड लेना है या डेब्ट से लेना है या दोनों में बैलेंस बना के लेना है। फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, गवर्नमेंट की लिबरल पॉलिसीज फाइनेंसिंग की, तो ये सारी चीज़ें क्या है, इफेक्ट करती हैं आपके कैपिटल प्लानिंग को, फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग को। I think you are understanding capital market condition. If the capital market conditions are favorable, means it depends on cost of alternative sources of finance. Various sources are available and all these sources are providing financial resources. So it is considered that out of all the alternative sources, which one is most favorable, that source is opted. Other than that, this capital market conditions are there. As I have already said, if the market is growing, business transactions are increasing, market is volatile, means in that condition the requirement of shares are increasing in the market, and if it is increasing, then definitely chance is there to collect money by sale of equity shares. Then opposite condition, debts are there or debentures are issued. So this is called here market conditions. So types of security, availability of funds, availability of various sources of alternatives, alternative sources of finance. So all these are influencing the financial structure or financial plan for a business concerns. Next one is government regulations. Government regulations, another point, government regulations. गवर्नमेंट रेगुलेशन आप समझ रहे हैं कि यहाँ जब फाइनेंशियल पॉलिसीज और रेगुलेशंस जो कि गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी जो बनाती है रिलेटेड टू फाइनेंस, जो उनकी फाइनेंशियल पॉलिसीज होती हैं और रेगुलेशन, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस होते हैं, नियंत्रण के तरीके होते हैं, तो इसके द्वारा भी जो फंड्स की अवेलेबिलिटी जो है डिसाइड हो जाती है। हियर आप समझ सकते हैं कि फाइनेंशियल पॉलिसीज एंड रेगुलेशंस ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट इफेक्ट्स द अवेलेबिलिटी एंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ फंड. The government is making liberal policies, then on easy and favorable terms and conditions the funds are available. Financial plan will be different. When the government restricts or tight rules and regulations are made by the government, or government is discouraging to borrowings, related to that the rules and regulations are made, then the you are understanding the cost of fund will increase and the fund will not be easily available. So that will influence to the financial plan of a business concern. The एग्जाम्पल भी है इसका, अगर गवर्नमेंट मान लीजिए कि इंटरेस्ट का रेट रिड्यूस करती है तो नेचुरल है कि जब रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट रिड्यूस है इसका मतलब कास्ट ऑफ बारोइंग आपका कम हो गया, जब वो कम हो गया तो बारोअर्स है ज़्यादा बारो करेंगे, इनकरेज होंगे बारो करने के लिए। इस तरह से जो आपका जो फाइनेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट है वो बढ़ जाएगा। लेकिन वही गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी आती है कि जो इंटरेस्ट को जो है बढ़ाना है, मतलब हाई रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है, तो नेचुरली जो है बारोअर्स विल बी डिस्करेज एंड द फाइनेंशियल प्लान विल बी डिफरेंट। लास्ट वन इज गिवन है, दैट इज अ डिग्री ऑफ रिस्क। डिग्री ऑफ रिस्क, डिग्री ऑफ रिस्क की जब हम बात करते हैं, when enterprise is willing to assume the influences financial planning, degree of risk which an enterprise is willing to assume, by that also the financial planning is influenced. And if an enterprise raise fund by issuing shares, there is a little risk because it is not necessary to pay dividend if the profits are inadequate. But too much equity shares, too much dependence on equity shares may dilute control of the company, and therefore the ratio between equity and debt capital is maintained. So capital is decided keeping in view the profit and management attitudes of the business. So degree of risk, you are understanding where the degree of risk is involved, that is also considered. If a business enterprise is preparing its plan to borrow money or to collect money by sale of equity shares and the market conditions are favorable, so it can easily get money from the market. But if it is getting money easily from the market, another way risk is also there, dilution of the management. If the large number of shareholders are there, it will make management unstable. It's possible that management will become unstable. So to avoid that risk, a business enterprise, even on easy terms and conditions, equity capital or ownership capital is available. In spite of that also, the business organization try to prepare a balance between debt and equity just to reduce the risk. So that is called here degree of risk. एक बार और बता दे रहे हैं, डिग्री ऑफ रिस्क का है, अगर कोई बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैपिटल लेना चाहता है और उसको शेयर बेचने से भी पैसे मिलने हैं और आसानी से मिल जाने हैं, डिवेंचर भी अवेलेबल है, तो अगर बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को आसानी से शेयर बेचने से पैसे मिल जाते हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि बिजनेस जो है खाली शेयर बेच करके पैसे इकट्ठा कर लेगा। अगर बिजनेस ऐसा करता है तो ये बिजनेस को थ्रेट देगा, क्योंकि जब शेयर होल्डर्स की साइज लार्ज हो जाती है तो मैनेजमेंट का डाइल्यूशन पॉसिबल है, मतलब मैनेजमेंट इनस्टेबल हो सकता है और शेयर होल्डर्स को वेरियस ग्रुप्स में बढ़ सकते हैं, जिससे कि मैनेजमेंट को चेंज होना पड़ सकता है। तो इट विल हैव अ डायरेक्ट इफेक्ट ऑन कंट्रोल ऑफ द बिजनेस। तो जस्ट टू रिड्यूस दैट रिस्क हम क्या करते हैं कि डेप्ट और इक्विटी का एक बैलेंस बनाते हैं और रेशियो में जो है डेप्ट और इक्विटी का और मैनेज, जिससे कि मैनेजमेंट स्टेबल रहे और साइज ऑफ शेयर होल्डर्स पे भी कंट्रोल। ओके, सो दिस वे up to financial planning, like factors influencing financial plan for a business concerns I have already explained, and I hope all of you will go through this and you will learn, and please see it properly. Please do like and subscribe it, so that I will be motivated to bring more and more videos with more energy. So next video I will teach you about the factors affecting capital structure. Thank you.